Hello, and welcome to another broadcast of Tagesschau News with your hosts, Ryan and James.
Tonight we'll be taking a look at Germany, and of course, the motherland, Austria. We have breaking news.
Indeed breaking, as Germany has blatantly broken the Versailles Treaty by encroaching on the Rhineland buffer zone between Germany and France. The English and Italian government have declined interviews, but the British did issue this statement. It is in our interest to conclude with her as far-reaching and enduring settlement as possible whilst Herr Hitler is still in the mood to do so.
Sounds a little iffy to me, Ryan.
You've got that right, James. It's been proposed that the more concessions be reached with Germany and to shy away from brash military action. France is obviously not in a position to do anything right now, James.
Yes, indeed. Considering France's previous history with Germany, it's best to keep a firm hand on the situation, or as the British government also said, France will not act alone, but will take the matter to the Council. This he must be encouraged to do. We now go live to our on-scene reporter in the Rhineland.
Thanks, James. I'm here today in the Rhineland, which has recently been occupied by German soldiers under the command of Herr Hitler. This occupation is causing quite the stir amongst Europe's leaders. You see, under Articles 42 through 44, Germany was to have no military presence in the Rhine whatsoever. The current occupation of the Rhine is a clear violation of this agreement. In addition, under the Locarno Treaties of 1925, Great Britain and Italy were to act as guarantors should France, Belgium, or Germany decide to display aggression towards each other. This particularly applied to France and Germany on the Rhine. With me is a local Rhinelander to speak about these recent developments. Thank you for speaking to me today, Mr. Müller.
Guten Tag. Ja, natürlich. What is it you want to know?
How long have the Germans been in the Rhineland?
Oh yeah, they come in not too long ago. They set up camp when they see the French on the other side of the river.
And how have the soldiers treated you and your fellow Rhinelanders?
Well, you know, they're soldiers. They mostly keep to themselves.
Well, how have you reacted to Germany's reclamation of your territory?
Well, most of us around here are German or French or both. Myself, I got my own share of each. So really, as long as they don't start shooting at each other, I'm okay with whoever says they own us.
Thank you, Mr. Müller. It is unknown whether or not there will be any military action from the French at this time.
But tell me, Matt, what is the reaction so far from England and the League of Nations?
Well, James, so far the British have entered into negotiations with Herr Hitler, but the outcome of these is yet unknown. British Prime Minister Stanley Baldwin released a statement denouncing the actions of the Fuhrer, but at the same time not declaring any military reaction to the occupation. He also stated it would be inadvisable for France or Great Britain to act militarily at this time. The League of Nations has also formally denounced Hitler's actions as a breach of the Treaty of Versailles, and has requested the Fuhrer to seek an alternative for German security. There is no word on Hitler's response to this request, so it looks like, for the time being, that German troops will stay in the Rhineland. Back to you, Ryan and James.
Anxiety-O's, guaranteed not to lose their value in under 3 seconds. Anxiety-O's, part of a well-balanced breakfast. Anxiety-O's, buy now, buy now, buy now. Oh, Bill. Sponsored by Matt Damon.
We have breaking news we have just received from the border of our own Austria and Germany. German troops, who by now have a record of aggression and occupation, are crossing the border in force, no doubt in an attempt to bring Austria into its expanding Third Reich. Hitler has coined this term the Anschluss. After our empires collapsed at the end of the Great War, we had been forbidden from unifying once again with Germany and our surrounding states due to the Treaty of Versailles. When Adolf Hitler, Chancellor of Germany, won his position of power, rumblings for the reunion of our once powerful empire have begun in earnest. The Austrian Chancellor, Kurt von Schuschnigg, has met with Hitler on numerous occasions, and this invasion has seemed like nothing more than a matter of time for many of us here in Austria. Schuschnigg was replaced prior to today, March 13th, with the leader of the Austrian Nazi Party, Arthur Seyss-Inquart. Schuschnigg's final radio broadcast was 2 days ago, and in it he resigns to our fate to join the ever-expanding Nazi Empire.
And I quote, "The German government today handed to President Niklaus an ultimatum with a time limit, ordering him to nominate as Chancellor a person designated by the German government. President Niklaus has asked me to tell the people of Austria that we have yielded to force, since we are not prepared, even in this terrible situation, to shed blood. We have designated to order the troops offer no resistance."
And now we go live to our on-scene reporter in the Austrian-German border.
we're here on the border, where the moment we feared has come, as German troops cross over into Austria. And apparently, I've just been conscripted into the German army.
Isn't that like a mile away from here, James?
It is indeed, Ryan. Oh.
Halten Sie!
God! Willkommen zu Osmo,